Good day, class. We will be discussing the second part of your pertinent laws to the practice of medtech. Okay, first on the list is your RA 9288, which is also known as the Newborn Screening Act of 2004. So, what is this law? So, the RA 9288 is also known as the Newborn Screening Act of 2004, is crucial law in the Philippines that aim to ensure the early detection. So, early detection, we are um, aiming to prevent possible complication with early detection and management of your congenital disorders of the newborn. So this is okay after giving birth, okay, we screen the newborn as to what possible congenital disorders that she or he may have. So this was enacted last or on April 7, 2004, and this law mandates the implementation of National Newborn Screening Program or the NNSP. So this is to prevent possible mental retardation caused by your congenital disorders, severe illnesses, and even deaths. So some of the congenital disorders are fatal if not treated or managed properly. So this law, okay, as to the number of sections, the RA 9288 consists of 19 sections and 5 articles. So this outlines the provision, responsibilities, and guidelines for the implementing of your newborn screening program. And the author of the RA 9288 is Senator Juan Flavier, who is a renowned health advocate and a former Secretary of Health. Okay, so again, the approval date or the implementation of this law was April 7, 2004, and was signed by Gloria Macapagal Arroyo since this is her term. Okay? Then it was passed on the 12th Congress of the Philippines. So what are the objectives of your RA 9288? So for the objectives of your RA 9288, okay, it provides early detection of disorder. So what are this disorder? Again, this is a panel of congenital metabolic disorder that if left untreated can lead to severe health complication and even death. Okay? And we also prevent the disabilities by how? By early detection and prompt intervention can prevent mental retardation, physical disabilities, and even life-threatening conditions in the newborn. So, this provides us also universal access. So, the law ensures that the newborn screening service are accessible to all infants. That's why, okay, all infants born in a whether hospital or a clinic or a health center should be provided with a newborn screening unless the newborn was delivered through home birth. Okay, yung mga hilot yan. So, hindi natin yon masyadong na-monitor. So, regardless with the socioeconomic status, so mahirap man o mayaman, and by integrating the program into the public health system. So, kahit saan, meron dapat provision ng newborn screening. Okay. So, this initially covers, okay, 6 priority disorder. Okay? So, what are the 6 priority disorder under 9288? This is your first is congenital hypothyroidism. Next, congenital adrenal hyperplasia. Okay? Galactosemia, phenylketonuria, the G6PD, and even your maple syrup urine disease. So these are the main 6 diseases that was monitored or was screened ba under the Newborn Screening Act of 2004. So anim lang sila. Okay, the hypothyroidism, okay, adrenal hyperplasia, galactosemia, PKU. The most common here in the Philippines is your G6PD, and the worldwide common is your maple syrup urine disease. Okay, so we do have now the expanded newborn screening program. And in the newborn expanded, okay, newborn screening program, okay, which was the department order of your Department of Health, Administrative Order number 2014-0025, expanded the list of disorder from 6, okay, making it 28 disorder now. So, mas marami na tayong nadidetect and mas marami na tayong nai-screen in order for this to be prevented. Okay? So, the expansion ensures comprehensive screening for wider range of congenital and metabolic disorders. Okay? The 28 disorders covered under newborn screening or the expanded newborn screening program is as follows. So, they do categorize this by disorder. So, first is your amino acid disorders. Under this are your phenylketonuria, K-maple syrup urine disease, homocystinuria, citrullinemia, agrinino, succinic aciduria, and your tyrosinemia type 1. Next, we do have your fatty acid oxidation disorder. Okay, your medium chain acetyl-CoA, acetyl coenzyme A, okay, dehydrogenase deficiency or your MACAD. Then you do have your very long KCAD and the long chain, okay, 3-hydroxy-acyl-CoA or your LC-HAD, okay, and you also have your trifunctional protein deficiency. You do have your carnitine uptake defect, so madami on your fatty acid. Then you do have your organic acid disorder, such as your azovaleric acidemia, okay, glutaric acidemia type 1, okay, 3-hydroxy-3-methylglutaric aciduria, methylmalonic acidemia, propionic acidemia, beta-keto thiolase deficiency. So more so, this is what you are being tackled on your biochemistry, and it will be further be discussed, okay, these disorders on your clinical chemistry. Next, you have also your endocrine disorders, such as your hypothyroidism, which was originally one of the 6. Also, your adrenal hyperplasia. Okay. You also have your hemoglobinopathies, okay, which will be studied under your hematology, okay, your sickle cell anemia, and other variants. So, ano pa yung other variants ng hemoglobin nyo? You do have your hemoglobin C, okay, hemoglobin SC, and many more. Then you have also other metabolic disorders such as your galactosemia, okay, biotinidase deficiency, even cystic fibrosis is under the newborn screening, and even then your original G6PD or your glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency. So, regulation governing your expanded newborn screening. So, ano ba yung mga ginagawa, okay, or mandate, okay, on your expanded newborn screening or the newborn screening? First, okay, the expanded newborn screening program is governed, okay, again, by your Department Order of DOH, okay, 2014-0025, issued October 24, 2014. So this administrative order provides guideline for implementing the expanded screening, including first is accreditation of your screening center. So, sino-sino ba yung pwedeng mag-screen? Almost all health facilities can screen, especially those with services such as delivery. Okay, so lahat ng center or health facility that can cater prenatal check-up, okay, delivery, and even postnatal check-up can provide newborn screening. Okay. So you do have your newborn screening center and the reference center. So to ensure quality and reliability in testing. So ano yung National Reference Center natin for newborn screening? So here in the Philippines, the NIH or the National Institute of Health provides the newborn screening as the NRL. Okay, so it was located at UP Diliman. Okay, so it also provides training of the healthcare providers. So healthcare professionals are trained to properly collect blood samples and educate the parent about the importance of the expanded newborn screening or the newborn screening. So by this, no, usually it's either the nurse, that collects the blood for the newborn screening. But I also encountered that we, medical technologies, um, provide or collects blood for the newborn screening. And how do we collect this? Usually, it is via heel prick sa paa ng bata o sa sakong nung baby. And I've encountered this na ginagawa ng medtech in one of the laboratory that I have worked with. Okay? So, kami yung nagpo-provide ng newborn screening, and this is, the pricking is usually not used, okay, or doesn't use the normal lancet. They utilize the feather lancet at hindi yun patusok. Okay? Ang sugat nun ay pahiwa. Okay? Patriangle yung dulo nun. So, kaya mas malakas yung pagdudugo ng baby or nung area. Pero ingat, of course, you do have your safety and precaution when you do your heel prick. Okay. Then you have your public awareness campaign, such as the DOH conducts national campaign to inform parents and communities about the benefits of your expanded newborn screening. Okay. So, it also provides you follow-up and treatment. If a disorder is detected, the law ensures that the newborn receives appropriate medical intervention. So, after na ma-detect ka, ire-refer yan. Okay, ire-refer sa specialist. So, usually sa pediatric. Then, i-orient kayo, ano yung pwede, ano yung bawal, ano yung pwedeng medication, okay, pwedeng gawin natin in order for us to manage the patient. Okay? Then, periodic review and updates. Sa DOH, periodically reviews and update the list of disorder covered under the expanded program to reflect advance in the medical science and technology. Pero as of now, still, 28 pa rin naman yung nasa newborn screening natin. Wala pang bagong update. Okay, the key provisions of your RA 9288. So what are this? So mandatory newborn screening. So all newborn, kaya mandatory ha, all newborn. And now, we discourage the doing of home birthing, yung sa bahay nanganganak, especially if not supervised kasi madami na mga talagang complications. So iniiwasan na natin yung mga hilot-hilot sa panganganak. Kaya most of our health centers has now a lying in or paanakan. Okay? It should be done within 72 hours of birth and typically done by collecting few drops of blood from the baby's heel. Okay. The role of healthcare providers. So the healthcare professional, including doctor, nurse, and midwives, required to inform parents about the importance of the newborn screening and ensure that the test is performed. So that is the task of your other healthcare professional. But as I said, I have done as a medical technologist the collection and the counseling of the parent. Okay, for the newborn screening. Kaya dapat alam nyo. Okay? So, establishment of the newborn screening center. So, accredited newborn screening center nationwide to process and analyze the screening test. Okay? Then, follow-up and treatment. Okay? Appropriate medical intervention if congenital diseases are detected. So, if ever na magpa-positive yan, inform agad kayo ng NIH. Okay, provide nyo agad yung result sa patient, tapos i-refer na yan agad ng hospital sa pediatrician. Kasi, bakit pag hindi ba ginawa yun ng hospital, okay lang ba? No. The hospital will suffer and they will be penalized as to the deficiency or non-compliance of your RA 9288. Okay? So, the definition of terms. So, ito lang yung kinuha kong definition of terms from the whole definition of terms. So, the newborn screening, of course. Okay? Identify the congenital metabolic disorders. Then, newborn screening centers, a facility accredited by the DOH. Okay, the reference center, again, as I said, it is the National Institute of Health. Then, health institutions. So, all health facilities, okay, such as hospital, clinics, birthing homes, and even other facility that births occur. So, mga paanakan, yan yung mga birthing homes natin. Okay, mga clinic, okay, and even hospitals. Even health centers nowadays. Okay? Then, what are the congenital metabolic disorder? So, pag sinabi natin congenital, okay, mostly this is inherited or inborn errors. Okay? Inherited condition that affects the baby's metabolism and can cause severe health problems if not treated early. So, what is the impact of this RA9288? So, the impact of this is, okay, it reduces the incidence of mental retardation and preventable deaths caused by congenital disorder. That's why, no, nowadays, no, hindi na ganun kalala yung mga congenital disorder, no, na kasi na-manage na natin, natitreat na, unlike previously before the enactment of this newborn screening, which is just optional. Okay, anong ginagawa? Ano nangyayari? Since hindi na i-screen, okay, pag matanda na, may nakain, o kaya na-expose, okay, sa agents that could initiate or um, uh, trigger your condition, doon lang malalaman kasi na-hospital dahil doon. Pero ngayon, no, na na-screen na natin and na-manage na siya as early as newborn. Okay? So, empower parents with the knowledge and tools to ensure their child's health development and strengthens the country's public health system by integrating the newborn screening into the routine maternal and child care services. Okay? So, this is included in your postnatal. Okay? Postnatal. Pag prenatal, ito yung mga check-up habang buntis pa. Okay? Yung mga every month, every 3 weeks, every week, no? Depende kung ano ng stage ng gestation. Okay, after that, delivery. So, delivery, lumabas na yung baby. Then, postnatal. After manganak, ano nang gagawin? So, meron yung post-counseling, okay, provision of nutrition, yan, the newborn screening, and all. Okay? So, the RA9288, along with its expanded newborn screening program, is a vital piece of legislation that underscored the importance of your preventive health care since we are aiming to prevent possible, okay, severe outcomes or severe complications, okay, in the Philippines. By ensuring early detection and treatment of congenital disorder, the law not only saves life but also improves the quality of life for countless Filipino children and their families. So as a healthcare provider and citizen, it is our responsibility to support and promote the implementation of this life-saving program. So next, we do have now your RA 9165 or your Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002. So as of now, still, ito pa yung ginagamit nating batas with the illegal drugs. Okay, so the RA 9165, also known as the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002, okay, so this amends, no, your RA, okay, 6425, which is known as, okay, Dangerous Drugs Act. Ito lang yon, yung lumang batas na RA 6425, okay, of 1972, okay, ano lang title niya? Dangerous Drugs Act. Kaya nga, now, we do have now the comprehensive. Mas malawak. Okay? Okay. So, it is a landmark law in the Philippines aimed to combating the proliferation of your illegal drugs. So, this was enacted June 7 of 2002, and this law provides a comprehensive framework for the prevention, control, and treatment of drug abuse as well as the prosecution of drug-related offenses. So, lahat from the regulation of the illegal drugs and even addictive drugs. So, not only illegal drugs are included in this Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act. We also have medications that could be addictive. Okay? Yung mga heroin natin, morphine, kasi that is a addictive drug. So, kahit binibigay siya medically as a painkiller, okay, it could cause addiction. That's why, no, in this law, it is now regulated, unlike from the previous one. Okay, so it replaced yan, Dangerous Drugs Act of 1972, which is your RA 6425 to address the growing drug problem in the Philippines with stricter measures. So, mas strict na siya. Okay, so the Philippines has a long struggle with issue of illegal drugs, particularly the race of shabu or your methamphetamine. Okay,
and other dangerous drugs substances in the 1990s and even in the early 2000s. But until now naman, madami pa rin tayong kaso with illegal use of drugs. And with the modification of your drugs, mas madami na ang nangyayari. Kaya nga in this Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act, hindi nila binabago yung batas kasi still, okay, if the component is there, if the component is present, okay, as mentioned in this law, it is still considered as illegal drug. Okay, hindi lang basta shabu, marijuana, okay, LSD, okay, ano pa ba mga medication, morphine, okay, heroin, hindi lang yung mga yan. Basta may component that could be possibly used as an illegal drug, okay, that should be regulated. Okay, pag sinabi nating regulated, dapat may precautions and merong laws and policies to follow when distributing or using those substances. Okay, so the previous law of your RA 6425 was deemed insufficient to address evolving nature of drug trafficking and abuse since medyo konti lang yung naka-enlist na drug and specific lang siya. In response, the government enacted your RA 9165 to strengthen the legal framework and impose harsher penalties for drug-related crimes. And ano yung harsher penalties? Death penalty was the maximum case sentence for this one. Okay, death penalty was the last, okay, last choice. Okay, so number of sections, your RA 9165 consists of 102 sections, so sobrang haba nito, and this was organized into 13 articles covering various aspects of drug prevention, regulation, and even enforcement and rehabilitation. So who is the author of the law? The principal author, okay, of the law is Senator Robert Bobby Barbers. So by that time, in 2004, he was still a senator. Unlike now, he is in the House of Representatives representing, I think it's Iligan or Iloilo. I forgot. I forgot kung anong district yung or um, province yung nire-represent ni ni Robert Barbers. No? As a strong advocate for anti-drug legislation. So, approval date. This was approved on June 7, 2002 and was signed again by Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Okay? The Congress, still, it is under the 12th Congress of the Philippines. So, what are the objectives of your RA 9165? So, the prevention and control of drug abuse. So, the law aims to prevent the spread of illegal drug through stricter regulation, enforcement, and public awareness campaign. Okay? So, hindi lang na naging president si Duterte, tsaka lang nagkaroon ng campaign with the drug. So, matagal nang meron. Pero hindi lang ganun ka-intensive. Kasi nga, if it's not being implemented, hindi naman pinapansin ng mga tao. Okay? Sa prosecution of drug offenses, so your RA 9165 imposes severe penalties, okay, including life imprisonment, so as I mentioned, and even death penalty prior, of its abolition in the year 2006. So in 2006, bawal na yung death penalty. Pero previously, okay, the death penalty is one of the penalties for your illegal use of drug, and kaya naman nila to inabolish kasi there are innocents that were um, killed by this death penalty unintentionally. Okay, so rehabilitation and treatment, and also this law provides the rehabilitation and treatment. Okay, the establishment of drug rehabilitation center. So hindi lang nila kinukulong, hindi lang nila pinaparusahan by that time. Okay, or until now, hindi naman ganoon ang nangyayari. Anong ginagawa natin? We provide rehabilitation after that. Okay, rehabilitation after the imprisonment or during imprisonment, nire-rehab. Okay, and programs to help the drug dependents recover and reintegrate into society. So, tinatry, okay, na withdrawal yung patient with the utilization of your illegal drugs. Okay, definition of terms, konti lang din yung nilagay ko dito kasi sobrang dami. Okay, the law provides clear definition of terms as to, okay, the Dangerous Drugs Act. The dangerous drugs, so substances that are prohibited, regulated under the law due to their potential abuse and harm. So, ayun nga yung sabi natin, hindi lang basta na-mention na methamphetamine, na shabu, marijuana, and ecstasy, but also the component. Okay? Kung, for example, component ng methamphetamine is chloroform. Okay? For example lang, chloroform. That chloroform should be regulated. Sino ang pagbebentahan, saan kukunin, sino ang pwedeng bumili. Okay, may mga list yan. Okay, under this law. Okay, so first on the list is your shabu or methamphetamine. Okay, your marijuana. Okay, pots, Mary Jane, marijuana, ano pa ba? Marijuana, Mary Jane, pots, damo, okay, grass, weeds. So, lahat yan. Ano? Pangalan ni marijuana. And even ecstasy. Okay? And even you modify this still, if the component is present, it is still under the Dangerous Drugs Act. Okay? Then, drug dependency, a state of physical or psychological dependence on dangerous drugs. Okay, drug syndicate, an organized group of individuals involved in illegal trade of dangerous drugs. So, yung mga sindikato. Okay? And rehabilitation, wherein process of medical, psychological, and even social intervention to help drug dependents recover. So, hindi lang tayo nagpo-provide na medication for withdrawal. Okay, nagpo-provide din tayo ng counseling and even family support. Okay? To help the individual to recover from drug usage. Okay? Or illegal use of drugs. Then the board, which refers to the dangerous drug boards, okay? They are concerned with the policy making and coordinating. Okay? They do not implement the law. Sino nag-i-implement ng law? This law, okay, the RA 9165 also created the PDEA. Okay? The PDEA. Wherein the PDEA is the implementing agency of this law. So, sila yung pwedeng manghuli. Pero hindi pwedeng manghuli si Dangerous Drug Board. Pero sila yung pwedeng gumawa kung sino yung pwedeng hulihin. Okay? Okay. So, what are the key provisions of your RA 9165? So, penalties for drug offenses. So, the law imposes, life imprisonment and fines ranging from 500,000 to 10 million for drug trafficking. Okay? So, yung life imprisonment, so the maximum life sentence is your reclusion perpetua or reclusion perpetua. That could be up to 40 years, but it was now amended and up to 20 years. Okay? For possession of the dangerous drug. Okay? Hindi yung law na ito yung inamend. Ang inamend nila is the definition of reclusion perpetua. As to the Supreme Court, it is now, 20 years. Minimum of 20 years. Okay? So, the death penalty for certain drug-related offenses, but this is prior to 2006. After 2006, hindi na pwede tayo mag-provide ng death penalty. Okay? Okay, again, the role of the board is to formulate policies, okay? Coordinating anti-drug efforts and overseeing the rehabilitation program. Again, pag enforcing the law, it is your PDEA, the Philippine Drug, okay? And so the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency and Enforcement Agency. So that's your PDEA. Okay, they are enforcing the law. Okay? Next, you do have your drug testing. So, the law mandates drug testing for, pag sinabi nating mandate, this is mandatory. Who are the mandatory for testing for your drug test? You have your applicants for driver's licenses. So, bago ka makuha ng driver's license, you need to undergo, illegal drug screening or dangerous drug screening. Okay, kaya umiihi yung mga applicants for driver's license. Okay, students in secondary and tertiary school. Okay, secondary and tertiary. So, high school and college ay kasama. Pero, usually, this is done by the school via random selection. Bakit nila-randomize nila? Kasi baka sasabihin, it's discrimination. Okay? Next, establishment of next is your employee in public and private sector. Bakit public and private nakalagay dito? In public, lahat. So, kahit maintenance ka, pero you are still working in the government, you need to undergo drug testing. Kaya nga we are the statement of Bongbong Marcos. Okay. It is public trust. No, it is under the law. It should be, you should be tested for illegal drugs if you are under the public service. Okay? Di yan pwedeng sabihin na porket president, porket vice president, porket senador is hindi pwede. It is under the law. Pero nga still, kasi nga, hindi ganun kaganda yung implementation natin, may mga nakakaligtas. Okay? But in the private sectors, pag private, as the company requires. Kung nire-require ka ng company mo, pwede kang, dapat ka mag-abide. Pero kung hindi naman requirement, hindi naman. Okay, so ganun siya. Employees in public and private sector. Sa private, again, hindi mandatory. Pero kung minandate or in the policy of your company or in the institution that you are working with, you should comply or abide with this policy. Next, establishment of your rehabilitation center. So the law provides for the establishment of drug abuse treatment and rehabilitation center nationwide. So kaya madami tayong rehabilitation center in the Philippines. Okay? Next, confiscation and forfeit of the proceeds. Okay, the properties, assets derived from illegal drugs activities are subjected to confiscation and forfeiture in favor of the government. Kaya yung kunyari, sindikato na huli na nagluluto sila ng shabu, kay napakalaki ng compound, may mga pera and whatsoever, sa government na yon. Okay? Sa government na yun. And I've heard, okay, I have a friend who is a cop, a policeman. Okay? If they are raiding areas for drugs, lahat na makukuha nila, kanila. Okay? Konti lang yung dinedeclare nilang nakukuha. For example, nakakuha silang 100,000. Declare lang nila 10,000 lang yung nakuha nilang pera. Okay, they have items, valuable items, phones, okay, gold, jewelries, ano lang i-declare nila. Hindi nila i-declare yun. Pag nagustuhan nila, kanila na yun. Yun ang sabi. Sabi-sabi lang. Pero as to my source, kasi alam naman natin here in the Philippines, it's like that, okay? Then, witness protection program. So, the law includes provision for the protection of witnesses in drug-related cases to encourage cooperation and persecuting the offenders. Kaya, for example, nahuli yung tao na using of illegal drugs. Meron tinatawag na palit-ulo. Tagalog palit-ulo. Pero usually, that's protection. Witness protection. If you testify or you provide information to the syndicate or the pusher or the organization that provides you the illegal substance, okay, pwede kang maabsuelto sometimes. Okay? Maabsuelto ka. Okay? And ano pang mangyayari sa paprotektahan ka pa nila. Kasi nagtuturo ka kung um, sino yung importanteng tao na kailangan mahuli. Okay? Okay. Implementation challenges. Despite its comprehensive framework, the RA 9165 faces several challenges in the implementation. So, ito na yung mga challenges. First is enforcement issue. Again, corruption. Okay, lack of resource among law enforcement agency hinders effective implementation. Okay? Kasi nga, mga corrupt cops. The human rights concern. So, ito, this is very rampant when the administration of your DD Digong, okay, President Digong, okay. The law has been criticized for its harsh penalty and alleged extrajudicial killing in the government war on drugs. So that's it for your part 1. Okay.